Here today to announce the arrival of our new physiotherapist here at Arbroath. We've got Mark Dryden here. Mark, first of all, how are you settling in?
Yeah, spot on, to be honest with you. The lads are great. They've all been really welcoming. Same with the coaching staff. Yeah, just a sort of pleasure to be around the place, to be honest with you.
And an Arbroath man as well, a local boy. How does it feel to be working for the club that you've supported for such a long time?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I was obviously here as a boy. Hoped to one day play for them. Never quite materialised. So to have the opportunity to come back and affect the playing staff in such a direct way is obviously an absolute privilege. Got a couple of friends that are massive Arbroath fans. I know they would give their back teeth to have the opportunity that I've got now. So yeah, happy to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you, and obviously we've had that period of transition with the new gaffer coming in, bringing Boyley in, a goalie coach announced yesterday. How is that for you as a physio coming in when things are fresh? Is that kind of a great opportunity to kind of establish yourself rather than, is it different than coming into a team where everybody's been here for a long time and you're the new guy sort of?
As a medical staff, to sort of start to imprint that side or start to mould that side the way that we want to take it forward. So there's an option now to bring in certain tools and certain measures that maybe haven't been here in the past, but that we kind of live and die by. So that's certainly going to be our objective moving forward. And then, like you said, everybody's so new and upbeat and ready to go. It's not like a stale atmosphere that you can sometimes have when you're joining a team midway through the season. So no, it's very fresh in the dressing room, and yeah, it's just a pleasure to be around like-minded people.
And obviously we do have the elephant in the room at the moment, which is the injury list. I don't think anyone, fans, board alike, would have envied the role that you've got coming in. Can you give us a bit of an update on injuries, where we are in terms of situations, what the next couple of months sort of look like?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a lot more positive now than it probably was 2 weeks ago. I mean, that's the lovely thing about time. Time heals all. I think we're in a good position to hopefully see a good few return for Dunfermline, hopefully. Not that I'd put any pressure on the players to hit certain timelines, but that's certainly our objectives moving into the next couple of weeks, is to really use the break that we've been gifted to the full advantage. I'm sure some of the lads are happy that I'm bringing them in for an extra session, but it's just the opportunity to get hands on and really be active with the rehabilitation. So yeah, I think I can't fault, again, I know 13 out injured, but I can't fault a single one of them for their application. They're all constantly on the phone wanting to do extra, constantly giving feedback. There's nobody that looks like they're slacking or doesn't want to be part of the pool towards the end of the season to keep this club where it belongs.
And obviously, some of the injuries we've got are that there's a good bit of complexity to those injuries as well. For some of them, Mikey McKenna, Ricky, and Steele, we're not talking about light sprains. In terms of that, more so for you, obviously, not to put a timeline on it, but what does that process look like for you as a physio? How do you manage that kind of return to play?
Yeah, I mean, so the kind of the nice thing is, particularly with Mikey and Ricky, is I'm coming in at the stage where rehab becomes enjoyable. They've sat and played about with the TheraBands for long enough. We've done all the initial swelling management stuff that needs to be adhered to, and we're at the point where we're with Mikey and Ricky, where we can get them out running. We can start to introduce lateral movements. We can smash them in the gym. So we're not just focused on the ankle aspects of the rehab, but we are, we're piling a lot of pressure on the entire lower limb and the entire complexity of the body to try and get them back as fit as they possibly can, as quickly as they can, but obviously following them safe objective measures that I alluded to earlier. So yeah, Mikey and Ricky were both out doing pitch work last night as well as in the gym. Aaron's a bit more difficult. He's obviously had a bit of a longer process in terms of we weren't 100% sure how it would be best managed. We have a 6-week opportunity where we can show that conservative management's the best route for him. So I think we've got to go at it with everything we've possibly got to try and get him in a position where he feels that nothing more invasive is required. So yeah, excited to work a bit more closely with Aaron over the next couple of weeks.
Excellent, and obviously it is exciting times. We're getting into the business end of the season, I suppose, and a new manager coming in, a new coaching team coming in, a few new signings coming in as well. You know, you mentioned that kind of the kind of buzz and the ethos around the dressing room, and the buzzword around the stadium's togetherness. Have you really seen that since you've come in, that there is that battle of kind of unity?
Yeah, I think so, and I think obviously the older lads that the fans will be well aware of. They drive that, they create that ethic within the group. But for new players to come in, and obviously a few of them be really unfortunate that you're making your debut, you're picking up an injury. For them to still be so committed to the cause, just being fresh in the doors, it's refreshing to see. And again, they're the ones that are, phoning you at 12 o'clock at night saying, listen, Mark, is there any chance you can add X, Y, and Z, or I think I can get to the gym on a Monday, or I'm not as tied up as what I thought on Wednesday. What else could I be doing? And again, like I said, that's refreshing to see. And hopefully, once we get these boys back, that same application will go into what they do on the pitch, and that will ultimately, drive us in the direction that we're looking to propel.
Absolutely. Well, Mark, firstly, thanks very much for your time today. I know it can be a bit daunting to come in and give a bit of an interview, and I'm sure the fans, the directors, the staff alike are wishing you all the best with the recovery of these boys to get them fit for a Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I really appreciate you having me in, and yeah, lovely to talk to you.
That's great. Thanks, Mark.